Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to I got my Darren James mug, not my Hump Day mug, but shout out Darren James. Did you sell your home? Talk to Darren James. Hump Day edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. Need an orthopedist? Go to Brock. You need a roof? You call Parish. Excuse me. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com. Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. On Fire Athletes platform powered by GameCoin. Okay, y'all, what's good? Hope your morning's off to a great start. We found out on Tuesday that LSU and Clemson will be a primetime kickoff. Probably something a lot of people expected, but we got word officially from the network. So it'll be part of it. Will be Saturday. The past few years, you might recall that game, that opener for the last 3 years, the two against Florida State and then last year against Southern Cal, became a Sunday primetime game. LSU will go back Saturday. So last time LSU played a Saturday opener was UCLA in the Rose Bowl in 2021. So it's been a hot minute since LSU's played the opener on a Saturday. And so, of course, they'd followed up all those short weeks when they played Saturday. They'd follow up, or I'm sorry, when they played Sunday, they followed up the short week with with games against the FCS opponents, Southern, Grambling, Nichols. So they're playing an FCS team on a short week. LSU's got Tech this year in week 2. Let me check to make sure. Tech is week 2. So, so I don't think they want to be on a short week before that one. So LSU play Clemson 6:30. So part of a triple header on ABC. The first game will be Tennessee against Syracuse in Atlanta, and then it'll be Alabama at Florida State, and then the third game, the nightcap primetime, will be LSU at Clemson. So plan your schedules accordingly, ladies and gents. All right, we'll say some good mornings here. Also, the Saints signed quarterback Hunter Deckers. If you didn't see that news, talked about it on AFR on Tuesday, but I find it interesting. I mean, if you don't remember Deckers, he was the quarterback at Iowa State. I mean, he was a 4-star, went to Iowa State. He backed up Brock Purdy. When Purdy left, he became the starter in 2022, threw for 3,000 yards. And then it was discovered that he bet on one of their games. Not when he was playing, but it was his freshman year in 2021. He bet $15 on Iowa State, again, to beat Oklahoma State. And so it cost him his career. He lost his eligibility, went and played JUCO, threw for 3,800 yards, like 39 touchdowns, 10 picks, something like that. Had a great year, but just was, made a bad decision and paid a big consequence for it. But so he went undrafted, and the Saints signed him. Saints had him for a workout in rookie minicamp, and they signed him out of the rookie minicamp workout. So I'm not saying that he's anything other than a camp arm, but you sign a quarterback, it's always going to get a little bit of attention. So anyway, all right, let's say some good morning, y'all. Please smash that like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Hey, Kelly Gross, good morning. Brian Wynn, Thomas, good morning. Just another Esperanto learner. Morning, Matt and everyone. So this means no veteran quarterback for the Saints. No, not at all. Very likely, Hunter Deckers is just a camp arm. Carr out, somebody had to come in, right? I mean, you're going to carry, when you have the 90-man roster, you're going to have 4. Because you literally need people to throw passes, even if it's running scout team offense. And you have to have people to throw passes in drills. And so you have to have, that's what the term camp arm is. I still think there's a real possibility that they add a veteran quarterback before the start of the season, but maybe they're pumped with Tyler Shuck and they just roll with the young guys. Hey, Brad, good morning. Make defense great again. Who has a better roster, LSU or Clemson? I would have to look at, you know what? let me take that on assignment. We will get the blue chip ratio from Bud Elliott soon, and that'll be one answer to that question. We can look ahead to draft projections for next year is another answer. But both these teams are really good. You have really good rosters. I mean, I'll remind you, last year, Clemson had a rough start and kind of got their footing. And I think we're sort of prisoners of lacking context when we Clemson was in the playoff last year. They were, but do you remember what happened for them to get in the playoff? Like, Clemson made the playoff because in that final week, Miami went and played at Syracuse and blew a gigantic lead. And that opened the door for Clemson to go to the ACC championship game. And they beat SMU. And so they got the auto bid. Like, if Miami doesn't throw up on themselves, Clemson's not in the playoff. We might be having a different conversation about them. Maybe not, but and then again with LSU, it's a whole bunch of new players, but veteran talented guys. I'd probably lean LSU, but close. Clemson's a 2.5-point favorite. That tells you neutral site LSU, maybe a slight favorite or pick 'em. If the game was in Baton Rouge, LSU would be a 3-point favorite, Hey, Jacob, good morning. What's your thoughts on Pete Rose being unbanned now by the MLB? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty common, right? I mean, that's understandable. So it was a lifetime ban. So his life is over. And so I think that's what happens. I think it's stupid. Let me rephrase that so I'm not misunderstood. I think it's stupid that he was ever banned from baseball or not admitted to the Hall of Fame. And it sucks that he's dead and now he's going to be elected eventually to the Hall of Fame. Hey, Jesse, good morning. Brian Penton, good morning from Rawlins, Wyoming. Caleb, I'd be happy to see LSU do to South Carolina what Auburn did to them. Keep the bats alive along with good pitching. Would love to see that as well, friend. Hey, Robbie, good morning. Read that Derek Carr might unretire, come back and play. I don't know if I believe that. Did you hear anything about that? So there was a report that Mike Florio had yesterday that it was very unlikely that Derek Carr would unretire, that he's already making post-football plans. Could he come back and play in 2026? Sure. But the Saints would still have his rights, and then you got to trade him. And wow. Matt, do you think all the Saints draft picks make the team this season? No, I don't. And I can't tell you definitively who I think will and won't, but you drafted 9 players. It is highly unlikely that 9 players make the final 53-man roster. One thing to consider, though, is you do have practice squad spots. And so let's say 6 of them make the roster. The other 3 maybe become practice squad guys, something to consider. But do I think all 9 are on the 53? I do not. Trivia, what's going on? Kyrie, what's up? Your weekly UFC feel here. Islam Makhachev vacates 155 to go up and challenge new 170. Tapuri gets his title shot against Charles Oliveira. Makhachev is awesome. I like Charles Oliveira too. Hey, Tim, good morning. Robbie, thoughts on the reinstatement of Rose? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I talked about that just a minute ago. But that's what they do. I mean, it's as literal as a lifetime ban. When his life is over, the ban is lifted. So I think I remember him talking about that before he died, saying, essentially lamenting the fact that he wasn't going to get in his lifetime. It was going to happen after he died. I mean, there was a quote from Pete Rose saying that. Here it is. Quote, I've come to the conclusion, I hope I'm wrong, that I'll make the Hall of Fame after I die. That was, but like they did with Ron Santo. Trying to see the date of that. It was an interview 10 days before he died, an interview with John Condon, a sportscaster in Dayton, Ohio. So there it is. So like if you're a deceased player, you're removed from the ineligible list, right? Hey, Seth, good morning. Weston, good morning, being biased. I'm glad LSU baseball is number one. You agree they're the best team in the country, top to bottom? No, I don't. I think we also, hang on one second.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
All right. Parish Construction and Roofing. Remember, if you need North Peach, go to Brock. You need a roof, call Parish. Also, Unique Physique. Hey, shop with Matt. My custom URL is still available. Shopwithmatt.com. 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 So Unique Aesthetics is going to open here in a few weeks, and they have incredible discounts right now. Shopwithmatt.com. Check it out, shopwithmatt.com. Man, I find my spot. Okay, Weston was asking, is LSU the best team in the country? No, and I don't think they're playing like it either, but your resume is what it is. And that's not even the most important question, Weston. The most important question is, are they capable of winning a championship? Which the answer is absolutely yes. You just have to get to Omaha and then win that tournament. And the best team doesn't always win the tournament. I mean, 3 years ago, Tennessee was the best team any of us have ever seen. They didn't even get to Omaha. So I'm not as concerned with who the best team is or who's ranked number one. I'm concerned with being a national seed so you can get to Omaha, because if you're in that field, you have a shot. And LSU certainly can win it. Like Cade Anderson can win you your first game in Omaha. Anthony Einstein can win you a winner's bracket game in Omaha. You know what I mean? Like, you can make your way to and through the College World Series. Austin, good morning. Happy to hear about prime time for Clemson. Planning to make the trip? Okay, more time to get there. Sean, good morning. Monday's AFR with all the interviews was great with all the interviews. Meant to thank you, Sean. Appreciate that. Yeah, it was unintentional too. I mean, I don't ever think I'm going to stack a show with interviews. Sometimes just a lot of things come together. We had we had Verge Monday. We had Ben McDonald, DeLucci. I feel like there was somebody else too. Who am I missing? Oh, Scott Shanley was great. Yeah, they were great. Tim, pretty middle of the road when Crane and Company asked about Carr yesterday. I waited on a rant that never came. Well, they didn't ask me about that. They asked me more about the Arch or a Nussmeier piece of going to New Orleans. They didn't ask me specifically my feeling on Carr. So, plus we were short on time because we recorded that actually Monday. We recorded that Monday and we're supposed to record at 2:30. Remember, I'm on air at 3, and they didn't end up starting the recording till like 2:43. And I told them, I was like, fellas, I got like literally 10 minutes. At 2:53, I got to be out of here because I got to walk in the studio at 2:55. So, like, come on. So I think there's a lot of stuff they wanted to get to. We didn't have time to, but that's their fault. But I love those guys. They're my favorite. Tiger Poppy, what up? Eric Wilder, morning, Matt. In my opinion, why bother signing a veteran quarterback? Rather go 3-14. number one, no team is going to try to lose. So you may take that approach as a fan. I may want to take that approach. They're not going to. No team is going to try to lose. They're going to try to win, especially when you have money invested in your roster and you have veteran players and yada, 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 yada. Joe Flacco going to Cleveland a few years ago, for example. What was his record in Cleveland a few years ago? He was 4-1 as the starter in Cleveland, in the 5 games he played. So anyway, and then to mentor young players as well is another reason it's a good idea. Kyrie wanted to ask, aesthetically, how do you feel about turf and baseball? Grass I'm okay with, but turf, dirt looks awful to me. I mean, they do it because if it rains, and you don't have a tarp crew or something like that, and the dirt gets wet, then the dirt becomes mud, and then you can't. It's unplayable. It's why the turf just with elements becomes more playable. Same with snow, right? Hey Scott, good morning. Great show and Crane Company. Thank you, man. Eric. Sorry, I read that one. David, outside of the Yankees, who do you think has the best uniforms in MLB? I'm a sucker for pinstripes, so I do think the Cubs home pins are really good. I like that there seems to be a little bit of a we're in a little bit of a throwback era. I don't know. I'd have to give that some thought. Shoeless Joe is unbanned. Johnny, good morning. Jason, good morning. Ryan, good morning. Hey, feeling like this, but that Sunday 6:00 kickoff worries me on the road. Not Sunday, Saturday 6:30. Saturday 6:30. Saturday 6:30. LSU-Clemson, Saturday, August 30th, 6:30 Central. 6:30 Central. Since the Browns have so many quarterbacks, do you think their chance Shedeur gets cut? Yes, I do, Brad. And that is a good point, something that I've mentioned before. They have 5 quarterbacks there in Cleveland. They got Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco to start. Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur. I think they're obviously not keeping 5. They're probably not keeping 4. So, yes, I think it is almost a certainty that someone among those 5 is going to get cut, and the Saints would be very interested in scooping up whoever that player may be. Mason, good morning. Green Z, is Cade good to go? Jay Johnson said that yesterday. Met with reporters on Tuesday, was asked about Cade, gave a 5-second answer. He threw his bullpen yesterday and it's on track. Hey, Devin, T-Wolves Knicks in the finals? Maybe. Hey, Ryan, Amanda Guidry, Devin, Ronnie, good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning. 21 down, 23 tomorrow? We skipping 22? Oh, there we go. Taylor Swift song. I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22. Drew loves that song. So do I. Brant, good morning. Assuming LSU takes 2 out of 3 at South Carolina, maybe save Arms and Hoover, give other guys work. That's my preference, Brant. And they've done it before. And they did it with Skeens a few years ago in 23 against Arkansas. You just give them a shorter outing if you want to even go throw them. But that would be my hope, is you take 2 out of 3, you lock up a national seed, you go to Hoover, you get the double bye, so you'll either play Thursday or Friday, and maybe you throw Cade, or maybe so as not to have him on short rest. Well, I guess he wouldn't be short rest, so it'd be Thursday to Thursday. But to give him the week off, maybe you do like a midweek approach. You start Schmidt, and you get Schmidt where, whatever combination they're in. But the other challenge is, if you win and you get to the weekend, you don't want to throw Cade on Saturday and then Einstein on Sunday. And then both of those guys going into regionals now are on short weeks. So it's a tough balancing act. It really is. Matt, if you were setting the line on if Arch Manning were to declare for the draft this season, where you'd have your starting line? Yeah, I don't think he's going to declare. I think those reports have been pretty clear. His family doesn't need the money, and he doesn't need the money because he's making millions at Texas. If he wants to be the starter there and be in college for a couple of seasons, I mean, players are now more incentivized than ever to stay in school. That's why Garrett Nussmeier's back for a fifth year, because you can make a couple $1 million, $3 million as a starting quarterback for a season. So stay. I mean, I get it. He'll be first, second pick of the draft, whatever, and provided he has a good year and is projected there, and it was instant, $50 million. But if he wants to stay, he's incentivized to stay. Robbie, Matt, have you been following MLB this year? I know it's a long year, but the Las Vegas A's are a big surprise playing in minor league park in Sacramento. Yeah. Sorry, my phone's blowing up. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Wishing the Tigers a successful trip to South Carolina. Was that, bro? I don't know. So the thumbnail they used for Crane and Company, I think they probably took a photo, like a screen grab, and then ran it through a filter. Either filter or AI. Here it is. Check this out. I don't know if it shows there. Yeah, y'all can see it. That's the shirt I was wearing. So I think they took a screen grab and then either ran it through a filter or used AI for that. Very interesting, though. Yes, very interesting. Couple more minutes here. Please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. What do you think about the late signee Kim Mulkey got? I saw that yesterday. If Kim likes her, I'm good with it. I can't tell you I know anything about her other than her bio that I read. Hey, Mark, take on the new Saints quarterback. Yeah, man. Mark, I talked about that yesterday on AFR. Let me see if that's up on YouTube yet. If you go to AFR Saints on YouTube, it should be. If it's not up, if they didn't put it up yesterday, I'm sure it'll be up today. Yep, there it is. Not embed. Sorry. Share. Copy. I'm gonna share this here. So here's my comments on my full comment on Deckers. I think it's a really interesting flyer to take. Jerry, what up, man? Been a minute, dude. Hope you're doing awesome. Where am I? Derek, we lose that Clemson game. Kelly might find a crowd with torches outside the stadium. Take on the Pelicans, land in the number 7 pick. I think that stinks. You have the 4th worst record, and you drop in the draft. Dangers of the draft lottery. So they do it to prevent you from trying to tank for that exact reason. Morning, Matt, do you think Shores will come back to improve his draft stock? No, I do not. He's 6'8". He throws 100 miles an hour. He's going to get drafted, and he's going to sign. Lee, good morning, Matt. We all know who the real Tigers are. Let's freaking go. Rex, Jason, Mark. If Southern Miss comes to Baton Rouge, I'm bringing you the Pearl Jam shirt. Oh, you at a tailgate. I love it, dude. 7:45. Go eat a Snickers. Enjoy your day. What a reference. Somebody yesterday on AFR, as I was going through all the 2-year-old YouTube comments of people crapping on me, one guy was like, "I'm going to eat a Snickers," and I'm like, it's weird. Anyway, I really enjoyed that yesterday. Okay, y'all have an awesome day. Thanks for being here. Locked on LSU is live. We'll see you for AFR at 3.